dark skin savior's my neighbor. Yes, sir. Hey, man, like y'all see in this video, man, this video has been surfacing the whole internet, man. Everybody has been on this shit right here, except us. And y'all know we be doing videos like this. Like, we do like, oh, parents find out this, somebody killing this, cop fucking this, you know what I'm saying?
That little nigga right there is 12?
This is crazy. This title.
That nigga look like a grown ass man. That's not a 12-year-old.
Mom horrified after 12-year-old son's confession.
Nigga, that is not a 12-year-old.
We gonna find out what the fuck he did, man. But that don't look like a 12-year-old.
That is not no fucking 12-year-old.
That nigga look like.
He's at least 15, at least 15 plus.
I think at least 16, 16, 17. He looked like 12 years old.
Yeah, you might be right.
Older than me.
Yeah, you might be right. I can see 17.
Yeah.
I can see 17. But nigga, I'm saying he's not 12.
Maybe just the camera angle. But we gonna see, man. Let's check this shit out, man. Hopefully it's not that crazy.
Be honest, baby, it's okay. You're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better.
When they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question that was asked.
Damn.
You don't know?
This is that's serious. You don't get what I feel. What I want to do.
Well, you understand that you just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. I said I don't know.
When the bodies of 3 teenagers were discovered over a period of several days in the same neighborhood in Marion County, Florida, the police didn't know what to think. This would set the tone for the rest of the case, as the emerging suspects all seemed intent on blaming each other. The identity of the alleged perpetrator, along with the motive for the heartless murders, turned out to be more alarming than anyone wanted to believe. The police first learned that something was terribly wrong just before midnight on March 30th, 2023, when they received this 911 call.
There's a girl laying in front of my road and she's dying.
Okay, is she awake?
She's dying.
She dying?
Bleeding out of her head. She's gargling on her blood.
You need to turn her on her side so she doesn't choke, okay?
It doesn't matter what side, on what side?
No, just turn her on her side so she doesn't choke on the blood, okay?
Yeah.
Is she awake?
No.
Nigga, did you
Is she breathing?
Yeah, it's
She's breathing.
Nigga, that's her
Do
fucking.
you know how far they are?
I don't have any details, but they are on the way, okay?
Deputies from the Marion County Sheriff's Department arrived moments before the ambulance. While paramedics rushed to try to save the victim, the deputies tried to get a grasp on the chaotic scene. Within 5 minutes of the ambulance arriving, the victim was on her way to the nearest hospital. The Sheriff's Department was left to pick apart the seemingly inexplicable scene.
No, no responsive. No, there's no ID, no nothing. Younger girl.
She's right there and that's been moved.
She was right there, right?
Yeah. There's blood everywhere. I was not expecting that.
No. Well, I thought it was going to be BS, honestly.
Yeah, I immediately thought she had got hit by a car. And I seen the big, but I've never seen an exit wound in a head.
Yeah.
So I wasn't aware. Oh yeah, she's laying down, it's all pulled out. I mean, it was.
And she was still breathing?
Rapid breathing, but I don't know. I'm not.
Medicine, she ain't gonna take it.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, if she did, that's wild.
When police made contact with the 911 caller, they learned that he was just as confused about the situation as the deputies. He only became aware that something was amiss when he got a call from his neighbor across the street.
You hear nothing at all?
Told me it sounded like someone crashed into my dumpster and then there was 2 shots.
The neighbor in question made her way over to talk to the deputies directly. Unfortunately, what she said only served to make the situation even more mysterious.
So, around what time did you hear? You said it sounded like a gun,
Yeah, it wasn't a loud gunshot. I would say about 20, 30 minutes ago. It wasn't a loud gunshot, but I heard about 4 or 5. And I kind of blew it off casually, and then I just looked out my window because I did think it was strange with how late it was. And I saw the car run into the dumpster. And once I seen the car run into the dumpster, I stepped out my door, and I seen a man run out of the car down the road towards my yard, and I yelled at him, "What are you doing?" And then I seen him run back towards the car, take a minute, and I was calling him because it was a dumpster, and I seen him skirt off into the neighborhood.
Did you see if anybody was in, there was only one? Was there
I only seen one person running, and it was a male. It had a male figure, had a hat on. I want to say he was like 5 foot, maybe, but it was only one dude running down the road.
This once again tracked with the evidence, as police found several sets of footprints at the scene.
Did you hear the crash first, or did you hear what someone?
I heard the gunshots first.
The deputies closed down the main entrances and exits to the Forest Lakes Park neighborhood, hoping to catch the alleged shooter as he attempted to flee. Unfortunately, the area was heavily wooded, with plenty of places to hide and lots of back roads. This made for a difficult search for police, and an easy getaway for the alleged perpetrator. Meanwhile, the hospital where the victim was being treated was able to provide some help in that regard. They identified the girl as 16-year-old Layla Silvernail. Her grandparents, who were her legal guardians, were understandably distraught. Detectives first made contact with her grandfather, Kenneth.
Layla was found, she was apparently with a gunshot wound, and she was taken to the hospital. So that's part of the reason why we came here, was to let you know about her status, but we also wanted to know any information that you had about who she was with yesterday, who she hanged out with.
Hospital for?
She had a gunshot wound.
Huh? She was shot. You're kidding.
No, that's what I told you.
This is what I've been trying to tell you, hanging around with her.
Kenneth hurried to the back of the house to get his wife, Lisa. Layla's grandmother only seemed to become more distressed when the detectives tried to ask her questions.
Lisa, come here. Lisa. Lisa, have a seat right here.
My granddaughter okay? Was she be okay?
Be at the hospital. I don't know anything that Lisa have to do. I'm a victim advocate, okay? I'm here for you. Have a seat for us. We need some information so we can find out who did this, okay?
I'd like to know too.
We
I will
need...
go and I will shoot that ass and it's so no.
Listen again.
Where was she shot at? Does anybody know anything?
She was shot in the head.
The situation was actually more horrifying than Lisa knew. Early on March 31st, the morning after the shooting, the police stumbled upon the last thing they were expecting. Just blocks away from the crime scene where Layla was found, police discovered a second victim, also suffering from a gunshot wound.
2 people?
There was little doubt that the two cases were connected, which made the search for the shooter all the more urgent. Back with Layla's grandparents, the detectives desperately tried to find out who might have been with Layla that night. Since they'd already found 2 victims, they had to wonder if more of her friends were hurt, or in danger too.
Lisa, look at me. Who was she with yesterday?
She came here with, and I'm gonna tell you everything, because I don't like the people she hangs around with anyway. That's what we need, that's what we need.
Lisa said Layla was almost always with her boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael Hodo. She also directed the police to Layla's best friend, who might have more information about her activities the day before the shooting. Another name came up too, and it was one police were already familiar with.
And then that runaway girl, Camille.
Okay.
She was with her too yesterday.
Camille Quarles, 16, had been reported as a runaway by her aunt and legal guardian several weeks prior. It was an open secret that she'd been staying with Layla at her grandparents' house, but no one had successfully brought her home yet. When police made contact with Camille's aunt, Amy, she was not shy about expressing her frustration with the investigation.
I did call it in this morning to ask somebody to go through there, and nobody has called me back. I've called 5 or 6 times a day since she's been gone.
Even worse, Amy's son was hearing all kinds of gossip about the case at school. People were saying Camille had also been shot. The names of the victims and the location of the crime was seemingly common knowledge. Disturbingly, police had not yet confirmed if Camille was involved. Also, they'd not yet released the names of the victims or the location, which meant whoever was spreading this information had to be involved.
And there was another body discovered this morning in that neighborhood.
Okay.
I want to know if it's my child.
Okay, the second person is not Camille. I can identify who that person is, but it's not her.
The identity of the second victim only made the case more dire, especially in regards to Camille's safety. Frustratingly, the police were still in the dark about most of the lead up to the crime, up until they got in touch with Layla's best friend, Gabby. She was more forthcoming and told the detectives that she'd spent the day with Layla and her boyfriend, Michael Hodo, and several other teens who would soon become an integral part of the case.
Was there anybody else in the car other than you, Layla, anytime during the day?
Camille was there.
This was the second statement placing Camille at the scene of the crime, but disturbingly, there was still no sign of her. Prior to the shooting, Camille's aunt said she'd caught sight of her at the park once or twice, and kept a close eye on her Instagram feed to see what she was up to. Since the night of the 30th, though, it had been radio silence. Back with the detectives, Layla's friend recounted their travels throughout the day, and who else was with the group.
We went to Rob's. We went to I don't know if it's abandoned. Do you know what a trap house is? Yeah. Okay, so apparently, this kid Rob, I don't know him personally, but they do.
Okay.
They're friends or whatever, and we went over there and we chilled over there.
Significantly, Gabby said that Layla had been the one driving all day, but the only sign of her vehicle, a white Chevy Cruze, was a tire track left at the crime scene. The police hoped that finding the vehicle would offer some insight into what happened the night Layla was shot.
Do you know his last name or anything else about Rob?
No, I don't really know if Rob is his real name or not, because I know some people know him as Reaper, Rob, and stuff like that. So
Was anyone else there at the house besides the three of you and Rob?
Well, there was this kid 35, but I don't know his real name.
What's 35 look like?
I don't know. He's 12. He's a little kid.
12-year-old?
Detectives knew they needed to track down Rob and 3-5. They started with Rob, who they believed to be 17-year-old Robert Robinson, who was already incarcerated at a juvenile detention facility for a different offense.
Okay, yeah, so
When detectives asked him about 3-5, he directed them to a boy named Christopher Atkins. Shockingly, Gabby was right. He was only 12 years old.
Oh, that's
Since Chris and Will were both minors, their mothers were asked to join them at the police station before any conversations took place. Chris's mother, Ashley, was the first to arrive.
Which was Chris? Repeat your question. I'm not in.
Chris was.
Chris's mother, Ashley, was the first to arrive.
I'm understanding. What am I doing with my son? Repeat your question. I'm not in.
But whose friends were they?
It was just.
Where's my son?
He's in the room right here.
There was a team that was there?
They're all getting their stuff together.
It seems she wasn't convinced they weren't already questioning him, because Ashley did her best to hear what was going on in the other room.
Hey, W Mom.
After almost 2 hours of waiting, she was finally escorted to the next room to join Chris, who was visibly trembling.
Make sure they ain't fucking with him.
Can I put you right? Sure. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Did you want another jacket? Just are you sure you look like you're cold?
Let me get you. I think you said you got 4 siblings. Okay. You guys get along okay now?
The detectives set about gradually breaking the ice with Chris, all the time appearing hyper-aware that he was only 12 years old. After taking all necessary precautions, like making both Chris and his mother aware of their rights, and establishing on record that Chris knew the difference between right and wrong, they finally got to the issue at hand.
So, Chris, what I'd like to start with talking to you about is, and like I said, I just want you to be honest with us. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night.
First, we ate and eat. Him watch TV. And I went to sleep for a little bit. And then I heard something outside. I opened the window. Nothing outside now. after coming to.
So I think what you just told me was what you probably had rehearsed in your mind several times to tell a police officer you ever had to talk about.
Yep, Mom, you're selling. I ain't gonna lie. You're selling. He's already off to a bad start.
Yeah.
You need to speak up for him. Tell these niggas you want a fucking lawyer. A lot of niggas don't do this shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. Ask for a lawyer, bro. Like, cause this shit right here, whether he did it or not, nigga, if the mom, if it's in her best interest to keep her son like as safe as possible,
Then
get a fucking lawyer, bro.
But some people don't, man. But
this nigga could dead ass be innocent, and he's saying shit like this, and they're trying to get him in a trap, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is true.
But the title, obviously.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Says that he confessed. He's definitely not innocent, but in cases like this, bro, if you're with your child and he's being accused of some shit, bro, ask for a fucking lawyer, bro. Especially if you don't know what's going on.
Okay, Thursday.
Number one rule, bro.
Because sitting here talking to you with your mom here crying and knowing that you have these siblings, you're probably in sort of an embarrassing and shameful position. If you are sorry for what happened, repent for it and start from the very beginning and go to the very end without me having to pull it from you. Because somebody that I have to pull each individual action from, that tells me that they don't really want to say what they did wrong, that they don't feel bad for it.
Reaper down there has been super honest. He took him a minute to get comfortable with me, and he told me everything down to details that only you would know, and it's involved. So that nobody else would know.
They play games like that with you.
He puts fingers.
That other nigga, he could
17-year-old Rob.
like that. They could be completely lying to this little.
Yeah,
because
they're
they're trying to make it seem like, oh, he told on me. Word.
Because they know that shit happens. But
Yes.
people don't want to snitch.
Yeah.
But once you hear one nigga snitching,
they
say left.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see that nigga ain't
that
snitching.
nigga ain't
They
snitching.
gonna tell this thing the same
That's the
shit.
strategy they be using, bro.
That's
They
crazy.
did that shit with my cousin, bro.
Yeah.
Details. He puts finger to you.
17-year-old Rob, also known by the concerning moniker Reaper, was also being questioned. Just like Chris, Rob and his mom Erica were both advised of their Miranda rights before the interrogation commenced.
I'm trying to bring the best way to say this to you guys. We're investigating several different incidents that occurred over the last couple of weeks. One being a theft of side-by-side. One being the theft of, burglary. We're investigating a robbery, and we're investigating murder. Okay? Murder. So,
the first ones you named is believable. The last one you named is not. You don't have the heart to keep it there. I know that for a fact.
okay, what'd you do on Thursday all day?
I was home one day, I was home all day.
Okay, who were you with? Did anybody come over? Did we hang out with anybody? Did you go anywhere with anybody?
I didn't go no. Came over like 1 o'clock.
What'd you guys do then?
We just chilling. Really, like we just chilling.
Okay, was anybody with at the time? How did he get to your house? Things like that?
Supposed to drove to my house. It was him, Landon, Layla, and it was another girl with them. I don't know her name.
Sosa was a nickname that Layla's boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael, used. Michael's father had last seen him about 6:30 last night, around the same time Gabby said she parted ways with the group. Landon was another local boy who police determined didn't know anything that would aid the investigation. As for the unnamed girl, the police likely wondered if she could be the missing Camille and why she hadn't been seen or heard from since.
Oh, these are social.
Did you go anywhere after 6:30, Rob?
No, why do y'all keep asking
Okay. I just wanted to ask him because
we've been working on our investigation. What do y'all think happened, bro? I'm telling you, you understand? I understand that now. Like, I only seen Sosa one time that day.
Rob, we know you were out of the house after 6:30. Okay? We know you were with 7 o'clock p.m.
Thanks to CCTV footage, police believe that along with others in the friend group had been involved in the theft of a vehicle and armed robbery that night.
Oh, man.
As serious as these crimes were, they paled in comparison to what police believed happened later. Back in the room with Chris, his mother tried to make him understand the severity of the situation.
Well, you know, that was the time. Now the whole story. Now you coming to the house Thursday when I told you not to. And you finna speak. You better talk right now.
At that point, was that night. At that point, I mean, we know what the original plan was. We're asking you now to be honest and to come forward and tell us.
And you got your mom in there
and why it happened
too, bro.
I'm not gonna do it. When you say he, I never want to guess. Who's he?
Reaper, aka Rob, took a lot of convincing before he opened up.
Rob, right now you're protecting KTM and your buddies. You need to think about protecting.
The disturbing meaning behind KTM will be revealed in due time. For now, the fact that the police knew about the mysterious phrase was enough to get Rob talking, albeit reluctantly.
Who was in that house? When you were with who we with, yo? It was me. 55. Layla was there. And that was it.
The police knew by now that there were more people at the house than just Chris, Rob, Michael, and Layla.
Did you go anywhere with them that night?
No, I ain't go nowhere with them. I just told you. I went. I swear to God.
This nigga's already got caught on live, bro.
They said they was finna leave. I went back home. Actually, Mom, I didn't come in until like late. I didn't come in until after 7 anyways.
You don't know what time you came home.
Like 7 hours, but I moved out at 7:10.
What I'm saying is, you don't know what time you came home because you defined purpose so much. You don't know what time you came in. It might have been 8 o'clock. It might have been 7:30. It might have, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know. What I'm saying is, if you know something that they're trying to get out of you, I don't give a who your plans are, who you trying to protect. I gotta get to work, and I'm sick of dealing with this jail. Could you do that?
Unfortunately, the police already knew that he was still holding back the dark details of what he got up to that night.
Do you own that phone?
But like, bro, that's what also really makes me mad too, because they be mad, bro. But it's like, bro, at somewhere along the lines, like, you know, maybe she's a single mother, so it's
that's what it look like. The dad in there.
Yeah, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Facts.
Both of them. So it's like,
it's like, yeah. Shout
she
out
probably been trying to tell this nigga all this shit, but he don't listen.
Yeah, like shout out to all the single moms, right?
Yeah,
but you know, somewhere along the lines, right? It got to this point because he got comfortable with that.
Yeah.
You know, somewhere along the lines, you know, there was no enforcing it, bro. Like, you could tell them it, but sometimes they need more than words. Like, you actually gotta do stuff for these niggas to not, like, to obey you, bro. Right? So, the fact that this nigga's even comfortable to be out past his curfew, it's like, yeah, you could be mad at him about it, but it's like, at the same time, yeah, you can't, it's like, it's hard, bro. I can't really speak on it because it's hard,
bro. Because like,
it is hard. Because like, she's got to work. She's got a lot of shit on her plate. But it's like
this nigga out here not.
Yeah, and it's like, bro. At some point, it's like
the moments I was talking about, like this jail shit, whatever.
Yeah, so it's like it's something that's happened.
Yeah, because remember he was already. Remember they said at the beginning of the video, like he was already in like juvie and shit. Like he was already like he has a history. Not juvie. I don't know if it's juvie, but he has a history already.
Yeah,
you know, he already has like a criminal record.
It's crazy because he wasn't fazed by the robbery and all that shit. Mm-hmm. That nigga heard murder. He's like, oh, murder. What's that?
That's crazy. Yeah, I own that. So, do you all want permission to check the location?
That would be great. Yeah.
No,
that would be great.
No. Check my phone. They're not looking in your phone for anything else.
So you're certain that phone GPS will keep you at your house that night?
At that point, you on your own, nigga.
Are you?
See? Got his ass.
So we go know.
I can just say I really don't know nothing about no murder. That is the truth. I don't know nothing about no murder. And I was
Nah, you already lied about 2 different shit. You're done.
That's not what they asked.
That nigga's a killer, bro.
That's not what they asked. What they asked was, when they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question that was asked.
I go lie.
You don't know?
I don't know what y'all want me to do. Like,
No, this nigga trying to put it on the talk.
And I'm telling them the truth. I didn't say you were not there. You weren't there. But first and foremost, first and foremost, you lied so much. I don't know what to believe. Come back to now. You didn't burn the bridge that finger. Let's get that under. Like I'm going, but what I'm saying is, you so quick to want to protect people and protect their bitch.
Hey.
You so quick to want to protect people, don't want to snitch, want to be cool this and cool that, and not be known as a is in the paperwork and all this, that you're willing to sit here and go down with murder that I know you didn't do. I know for a fact that you didn't do it, but you want to be guilty by association because you don't want to tell
I don't know.
He probably did do it. I did not kill nobody. I did not kill nobody. Did somebody you know do it? No, I don't know nothing about that.
This nigga trying to send him that 12-year-old.
But if you lying, you standing on this island by yourself. Because if you got something to tell these people, because they're not lying to tell, you're lying.
The best way to tell if Rob was lying was Chris, who was still in the room next door. He was sharing a bit more than Rob, and some key differences in their statements stood out already.
What do you think he's gonna tell us, Robert? He's not gonna, with me, I swear to God, I didn't do anything. I promise you I didn't do anything. You did?
Honestly, I don't know though.
I don't understand why you keep lying. And then you go back and it's gonna be a snitch. And then it'll be matter. Kill me. It don't matter. And it's a snitch and I would die. This is not a joke. You would die. Like, you would die for snitching out here. People die for that.
I mean, that is facts. That's facts. Niggas dying for that shit.
We're talking about life sentences here.
Right. And this is like,
It's like at that point you get a life sentence.
your actions and the people you choose to hang with and all of this is slowly killing me. I should dissolve. Let me talk. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I just took a promotion. I can't keep missing work. All of what you are doing, or the people you hang with, or just any of that. Like, I don't know if you know about the way threatening me with contempt of court, because I don't come to none of your court stuff that you got going on. I make sure you get there, but I cannot keep missing work. And you sitting there about guys telling me that you don't want to snitch because your life and they gonna kill you. Wow.
The cop was, I didn't gotta do that.
It wasn't me.
I didn't
don't know why they trying to give me the license.
I didn't say that you killed anyone. Well, you understand that you just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. Like, that is not clicking for you. If you know who killed these kids, then you need to tell them.
Some part of this tirade must have made an impression, because at long last, Rob shared his version of events.
Bro, this is fucking crazy, bro. Damn. Taj? What is it? He said Taj.
Tell me about it.
What about Taj?
What did he say? He said
Were you
Taj
there?
killed all 3 of them.
The whole story?
Were you there?
Tell me the whole story.
Rob just mentioned 3 victims, but the detectives had so far only asked him about 2. Not only did this grab their attention, but they likely suspected that the Taj that Rob mentioned was 16-year-old Taj Bruton, with whom they were already acquainted due to previous cases. Unfortunately, this didn't mean they knew where to find him. Several weeks earlier, Taj cut off his ankle monitor and went on the run. The detectives would focus on this after they got more of the story from Chris, who picked up the story after he said Rob, aka Reaper, knocked on his window.
Okay, Reaper knocks on the window. He knocks on the window. He said, come with him, go see some girls or something. Then we went out.
See some girls.
And this girl and the boy picked us up on the wood. His girl and the boy.
From Rob's statement, the police believe this had to be Michael and Layla. He made no mention of Camille, however, even when he explained where everyone was sitting in Layla's car. The seating arrangement would be crucial later. Layla was driving, Michael was in the passenger seat, while Chris and Rob were in the back seat. But they weren't alone.
Then somebody came in the car, I don't know what his name. It was like somebody in all black.
Okay. And how does this person look? I know you said he's wearing dark colored clothes, right? I heard you say that.
Ski mask on too.
I'm telling you what, if somebody got in the car wearing a ski mask, I'd be like, what is going on?
But that didn't appear to be Chris's response, and the detectives likely had a horrible inkling as to why.
Yeah, I was there wrong. I was like, I thought we were going to see some girls like me here. I was like, oh, alright. And then we kept driving again.
Throughout his interrogation, Chris would only refer to the man in the ski mask as the X-Man. Luckily, Rob had already revealed the identity of their companion.
We was pick up ties. Soon as ties came out of the first thing he told me, he like, we knocking on, I was like, nah, I ain't even trying to do all that.
It took a little more persuading, but Rob eventually told the police that they could find Taj at his girlfriend's house. They picked him up and brought him to the station after they finished talking to Chris and Rob. But instead of clearing up the questions detectives had, Taj made everything more confusing. He said everything was Rob's idea.
I'm sitting right next to him, and he whispered in my ear, he was like, I'm finna rob these tonight, bro. I'm looking at him like, what you mean you finna rob these? He's like, bro, so Layla, but they got a pound of weed, they from somebody brown, and they don't go for it, I'm gonna kill them. That's exactly how he said. At this point, I'm frantic if I can't, if I tell social, right, I'm sitting right next to me, so therefore he's gonna shoot me. So I'm sitting, I'm scared as hell, so I'm like, I ain't got no choice but to just sit here and just, it is what it is.
Rob told detectives that it was the other way around.
It was so random, like he just said he wanted to. I'm not thinking he's serious though. Like, at the time when he first said it, if you would have seen his face, like, bro, he was laughing, like, if I would have really thought he was gonna kill, like, I wouldn't have got back in that car.
I don't believe this nigga at all.
Stayed right there and called home and be like, can you come get me? I didn't think he was serious until when the car was slowing down and I seen him up the gun.
Rob said that Taj did this because he wanted to take Michael's firearm.
This nigga look like a whole ass
Over in
skit.
Chris's interrogation room, his story aligned with Rob.
How is a 12-year-old like? Lean back to that nigga.
It's something in between that you're not saying.
Because I think the person that the white guy, I think they say he had a lot of money or something.
Oh, so we was set up as a robbery. Okay, now we getting somewhere. Okay. So they was set up rob man.
Did Reaper mention that to you? That something was going to be set up or anything?
He didn't know. Like, all I heard was a child thing. Like, I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car and ran.
I'm looking. Boom! Boom!
Once again, Taj's version was a little different.
3-5 shot, so boom. A label got shot by Rob, because that was that. It was crazy.
Just like that. It took 2 shots. It wasn't no more than that. It took 2 shots to kill both of them.
The police knew at least part of this was true. Who shot who was yet to be determined. But tragically, they confirmed the second victim as Layla's boyfriend, Michael Hodo. He was in the grass by the side of the road, just blocks away from Layla. He was deceased when police found him. Michael's father had a heartbreaking reaction when he found out that his son would not be coming home.
His son's dead, isn't he? I'm sorry to be on the
All for some fucking money and some damn weed, man.
We have to talk. We have to find this out. Who's to find this? This is to go find out who did this. I'll find out how to kill myself.
Bro, like I couldn't live with this. Like, bro, I
While Michael's family reeled from the devastating news, Chris continued with his upsetting story about Michael's final moments.
And you said he shot this white guy first?
Yeah, the white guy was like sitting like this, and
Where'd he shoot him
I was
at?
like, right here.
And the gun was pressed up against his head? Is that what you're?
I think it was like.
Okay. And then, what about the white girl that's driving? Tell me about that.
He turned the gun and shot her.
Where did you shoot her at? And
I don't know.
Rob agreed, which would soon become increasingly rare.
Where did you shoot Layla? No, I think it was headshots.
On the other hand, Taj put the blame back on his two companions.
I know he shot Sosa in the back of the head. I seen that happen. I seen Rob try to shoot her, right? And when he tried to shoot her, he shot her, and then his gun didn't go off, so he reloaded it again and shot her.
All contradictions temporarily aside, Chris added another disturbing detail.
did he see it coming?
No, it was like to the back of his head.
Okay. Haven't any time to defend himself?
If it was just
No, but Ty just up and shot him in the head.
At this point, police were still searching Forest Lakes Park for evidence. Now that they knew the shooting had occurred in Layla's car, it was more important than ever to find the vehicle. Most of all, though, they were looking for any sign of Camille. They hoped to find her alive, but the police were likely aware that, like Layla, she could be seriously injured and in need of medical attention. If that was the case, every passing moment decreased her chance of survival.
Nigga, they put that shit on that.
For the time being, though, her family was left in an exhausting state of limbo. The situation was made infinitely worse by rumors that Camille had been caught up in the shooting. Frustratingly, the police still had no concrete answers for her family. They had to hope that Chris, Rob, and Taj would ultimately provide an explanation. They got even closer when Chris continued with more of the story, but once again, the details started to get shaky.
Was the car driving whenever they got shot?
No, it was just like, it stopped, and then it kept going, like, when I hopped out the car, it kept going.
Where did the car keep going when it kept going?
Like, to a dumpster.
Did you get back in the car?
Yeah, I got back.
I mean, did you want to get back in the car, or did you not? No, you didn't want to. Okay, what made you get back in that car? Explain to me that.
It did hit a dumpster.
He had a gun, I thought he was going to get shot at me, because if I was just with him, and he just killed somebody, and
I think he's the one that I feel like he probably, because they hit the dumpster. Because remember the lady said it was like somebody that was like 5 foot. I think the lady yelled at him and he
because he did say he ran and then ran back to the car. She said he ran, she called him running, and he ran back to the car.
So that nigga ain't innocent himself. That nigga did some shit.
Yeah, okay.
If I was just with him, he just killed somebody, and he probably would kill me too. Because if I was sick.
Oh, he said that's why he came back.
Rob said that he was the one who jumped out of the car.
When he shot Layla, I got out the car because the blood started dripping. I ain't wanted to get on me.
Taj claimed the same thing.
I get out of the car, they still shooting because it was like 4 to 6 shots. I don't know exactly how many shots it was, but it was a couple shots, bro. So at this point, we hear this lady. This lady's over there like, I'm running, I'm trying to hide in the forest. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to call spring everything. So this lady, hey, what's going on over there? He sees me, or I guess he ran back over there. I ran over there, and he was like, hey, what is that? So I'm like, I'm just doing what he told me to do. I just want to go home. So.
The only thing that this established was that at least one of the boys had gotten out of the car. But this wasn't news, as the woman who saw the car hit the dumpster also told police that she saw a male figure running around shortly after she heard gunshots and saw the crash. The detectives decided not to challenge the boys on this front for now, and pushed for the truth on more important matters instead. They started with Rob.
What happened to Layla? Where did they...
I don't know. Taj threw Layla out the car and hopped in the driver's seat and started driving.
Rob said Taj repeated the process a short time later.
Taj pulled body out the car, patted him down the mechanic. He grabbed the mechanic, got back in the driver's seat, and drove off.
Was that next to Layla where she was pulled out?
No, that was in a different spot.
This made sense to police because the second crime scene, where Michael's body was found, didn't have much blood. There were, however, what appeared to be drag marks leading from the road towards the brush where the body lay.
Did you take... I didn't touch nobody. I didn't touch a body. touch nothing. I swear to God, I ain't touch nothing. When they was dead, I said, take me home, man, take me home.
Yet Taj said that wasn't how it happened.
Rob drives, he pulled it out, Layla out of the car, that's why she got left by the dumpster. He started driving, he drive, we go around the corner, he goes over to the Sosa had thing in his, somewhere on him, so he pulled Sosa out of the car, he just dragged him over in some woods or something.
And were you driving the car?
No, I was not driving the car.
The detectives asked Chris similar questions.
Did you move her out of the car? What's Rob doing during all this?
He was saying that.
What's he saying?
He was like, go.
What happened next?
And he drove all the way out there on the lawn. And he tried to put a thing in the river, but I think got stuck or something.
The thing, what thing you're talking about? The car, okay.
Once again, the detectives already had information that would let them know if one of the boys was lying. The search of Forest Lakes Park had finally paid off, leading police to another grisly and tragic discovery. Taj picked up the story again to tell his version of what they did with Layla's car.
When we get over here to this lake, it's dark as hell. 35 get out of the car. He get out of the car, and Rob tells him, hey, start wiping everything down. So he started wiping everything down, he's wiping everything down, the door handle, everything, he's wiping everything down. So after he started wiping everything down, Rob takes Layla's phone or Aunt Sosa's phone, or whoever phones he found in that bit, threw him in the lake, throw him in the lake.
The lake in question turned out to be 5.5 miles or 8.8 kilometers outside Forest Lakes Park, but police had no question that this was the scene they were looking for. When they dredged the lake, they recovered the 2 phones from the water, which were determined to be Michael and Layla's. But this wasn't the only evidence they found. Taj attempted to explain what was found as he continued his story, starring Rob as the mastermind of the crime.
He tells people I get in the car, drive the car into the lake, for whatever reason.
When the detectives asked Chris, though, he said he was nowhere near the car at that point.
Were you in the car when it was going in the river? Or?
Yeah, I was not. I was trying to run back to my house.
You were out of the car. What was Rob doing?
I didn't know I left. I was running back to my house.
What did he say he did with the car after that then? I didn't ask all that. I didn't ask that, but what about the guns that were used? I don't know where those at either.
Oh, it's buried in the lake. Like when he drives, it might be the 2 front tires in the lake. It might be a little bit more of the hood, but the back of the car, all that is still out of the lake.
That was exactly how the police discovered the car.
Yeah, see, like
what
that.
they found inside was more gruesome than they had ever anticipated. Back with Chris, he continued his tale.
Describe to me the clothes that you were wearing that night when all these bad things happened. What happened to them?
They wanted us to burn.
Who wanted you to burn them? Did you have blood or something on them?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he slipped up. Yeah, he pointed out something good. He said they. He's telling me, he's saying
top to
Taj.
bottom, top 3 times. 3 days worth of actual.
Bro, hold on. That little nigga's low-key telling the truth too.
Yeah, I think so. I think those 2 niggas playing that shit together.
The fact that he said he and he switched it to they.
Yeah. I think they.
Bro, I feel like they trying to get this nigga. They trying to get him to take the fall, bro.
No, but they're not really saying anything about him, bro. They're just saying, like...
That is true.
He's pointing finger at the Taj is pointing finger. I think
but the fact that he's saying they, that means like they were both telling this nigga to burn, like they both were instructing shit.
Yeah, that's
like
what
it
I'm
wasn't just one person. It was
that's
both,
what I'm saying.
Like he was basically pointing at Taj and Rob, bro.
Yeah, I think those 2 niggas playing that whole shit. But they're over there pointing at each other like,
you know what? Yeah, I think what it was, the 12-year-old got involved in some shit he wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, he was just at the wrong time. Oh, nigga, we didn't know that because nigga. He could have been at the wrong time, but bro,
it don't make sense because nigga, I look for shit like that. Yeah. He switched from he to they, and when you said that, that shit kind of made sense.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, I think he's still like scared to snitch on somebody. But I think it's the both of those.
Or he's 12, bro.
Because there's no way a random nigga just walked in the car with a fucking mask.
Or low key too, that nigga could be the whole mastermind behind that shit to the 12-year-old nigga. But I doubt that. I
That's a
doubt
possibility, but I doubt that. But I feel like that nigga Rob, bro, nigga, from the way he talks, bro, like he knows how he loves to lie and all that shit.
He was a monster.
And then you can tell from when he talking about some bro, like I would die even if I snitch. Like you don't know that. Like he's scared of that because you know that, bro. If he snitched and he did let him back out into the world, like it's guaranteed that they're gonna kill him. Yeah,
it just looks like
gang.
The way that this little boy talking,
yeah, he's like he's just cool.
Yeah, it's like he has
at that point, like nigga, you lied about some shit.
You did something.
Niggas showing the movie like.
And I feel like the whole time when he talking about some, he put a he's like bow, you know, I feel like he did that shit. And then trying to talk about it like it was somebody else that did it. It's like an action that he did. Like how can you have so much details, bro, to know how somebody did something in a situation that you know is fucking scary. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said they wanted us to burn them. Yeah. Like
I feel
like they were both telling us
I feel like this boy could be lying too about some information. Like him saying, "Oh, we're gonna go talk to chill."
Because he already lied saying that he woke up. Yeah, like he woke up.
No, I said he gonna chill with some girl. They could have probably told the nigga they gonna try to rob these niggas, but they didn't know nigga was gonna get shot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the little boy did lie at the beginning. He did say, "Nigga, he woke up and he saw a car outside." And
I feel like the dude was probably like, "Hey, yo, can you pick up some of my friend, one of my friends right here?" And then they pulled up to the nigga house. That nigga went in the car and just shot. I don't know, man.
But yeah, 12-year-old, bro. Yeah, you know a lot, but also
nah, you smart nigga.
Nah, 12-year-olds do be trying to prove shit too.
Yeah,
hanging with like the older crowd, bro. Because ain't no reason why a 16 and 17-year-old nigga hanging around with 12. This 12-year-old ain't no ordinary 12-year-old nigga.
Yeah, he's dead. You can tell he's easier to influence to do some shit. Yeah.
Up to bottom, top 3 times. 3 days worth of actual forensic work. Several forensic people. I don't think you could have sat anywhere in that car and not got blood on you.
Yeah, fact.
Shoot, I'm standing over here scared as like I think there's blood all over me, but it's dark, so I don't know. But I think there's blood all over me.
Rob said burning the clothes was all Taj. Taj, of course, said it was Rob. Regardless of who had the idea, the police found the remains of clothing in a burn pile in the forest, including pieces of shoes, sweatpants, and sweatshirts. However, this was not the only clothing item the police discovered intact. Chris's shoes, which he described as Nike slides, were found discarded in the bushes, and a single glove was found near Michael's body. Another was found near the lake. The police asked Taj about this.
So you were wearing gloves at this time? Like, yes, I was wearing gloves. Because like I said, I was supposed to go eat.
What about Rob?
Rob was wearing gloves too. Yeah, Rob was wearing gloves.
Taj revealed that the original plan was for the group to go car hopping that night, which was why he was wearing gloves and a ski mask. But police had to wonder if there was a far darker reason the boys brought these items. For now, the detectives wrapped up the conversation with Rob.
Do you feel a little better now that you were honest? Did you need to get that off your chest?
Worse. Now I feel like I just snitched on everybody and
The detective stepped out, but little did Rob know that his night at the police station was far from over. There was a lot more that he needed to fess up to, but for now, he was left alone with his mother.
Charge you. Because you were there and you didn't come forward. You didn't come forward. I'm talking about when it happened.
I just told you everything.
I'm just letting you know, bro. You don't understand.
You touched me, murder. I'm just snitching on everybody. Who's going to get you? What did you make me say?
I said I don't know.
What is
We're gonna ask you to step out there.
Mentality is like, nigga, you're about to, bro, if you are innocent as you say you are, niggas.
Hey, Mom! Hey, is my mom still here?
If you are as innocent as you say you are.
Okay, you see, if they do charge me, can you see if she can give me a lawyer? I didn't kill anybody. Can you ask her, please?
Rob waited, asking the detective stationed at the door several times to bring his mother back. But she had left to go back to work.
Damn.
Before she did, she informed police that she did not want Rob answering any questions without a lawyer present.
Okay, so she let
Rob was not on board with this plan.
Is my mom still there? Hold on. How did I get charged for murder?
Listen,
Can you explain it to me?
hold on. We got it. We're taking your DNA, okay?
While the police took Rob's DNA, fingerprints, and photos, he continued to ask them how it was possible that he would be charged with murder.
Listen, can I tell you the situation, please?
Listen, your mom's not here yet. We can't help you.
She's close.
I don't know how far she got, but she is on her way.
Rob's interrogation might have been on pause, but the conversation with Chris remained in full swing. The questions he faced were about to get a whole lot harder.
They executed a search warrant on the house, which they did collect some things, and I'd like to talk to you about those things too.
Mm-hmm.
But because you, because it was like a surprise on that.
Yeah, like what was in the house that got to do this homicide? And
I will. I'm going to tell you about that because, like I said, I'm not going to leave anything out.
It's, I can tell you it's pretty damning. I guess I would use that word.
so serious.
Do you own any firearms, ma'am? Does anyone in your home own a firearm?
Damn, bro.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure they found one or two firearms in the house. And I'm sure you guys have watched CSI, right? We can take a firearm, we can shoot it. That round that you shoot, we can take, and you can put it in a computer and can actually compare it to other fired casings, like the shell from the bullet. How?
You told me where the gun from.
How?
What did he say? He said he told me to hold a gun.
How?
Wait, what?
So
died for it.
He told me you would have died for it. What do you mean by that?
How?
You told me where the gun from.
How was you holding something that don't just happen? That was stupid.
When Reaper gave you these, you think that they're going to be related to this?
I think so.
Describe to me why you think that.
Because he said, put these up, make sure your mom don't find them.
The fuck? This is 12.
And the gun that you saw X-Man use, was it either one of those two guns?
I think it was black.
Meanwhile, Rob continued to wait.
So they told that nigga to hold the gun for him? What dumbass shit is that?
Eventually, the detectives did come back to speak with him, since he was insistent on saying more, even though his mother did not return to the station.
So, I explained to you what your mom said on the phone, right? She didn't want us to ask you any more questions while I was present. You reapproached me a couple times, and you said that you wanted to discuss some stuff further, right? I just want to make sure that we're clear that you don't have to answer a question, you don't have to talk to us at this point, but you stated to me that it's my case, I want to talk to you.
Because Rob's mom was no longer present, they read him his Miranda rights again. Right off the bat, he admitted to additional involvement.
Taj told me to help him pull the body out of the trunk and throw it in the lake. He grabs it, he's trying to pull a leg, he's like, bro, it's heavy, I need help. So I grabbed one leg, I tried to help, I was like, that's too heavy, I don't want to do this. Put the thing down, left the girl in the trunk. Because I told him I didn't want to.
Rob went on to tell a long, rambling tale about selling his gun the day before the crimes took place. The detectives hear him out before dropping a bombshell.
Earlier he said he never touched the gun.
No, that's not.
It was at 3-5's house, you said you sold it.
I did, that's not my gun. That one's not mine. That's the same gun.
In addition to this, the police strongly suspected Rob had stolen the firearm.
You're not telling the truth that you didn't pull a trigger, but you knew this was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen.
I did not know this.
The detectives had a similar exchange with Taj.
We sent some of the casings off to be examined already. It's not back, I'll tell you that. Otherwise, we would probably be having this conversation. That those casings are going to come back, like he said, to a third gun.
So third gun and then shit.
Multiple casings were found at all three crime scenes, but especially near the car at the lake. Even if the boys weren't budging on the issue of who shot who, lab tests would reveal the truth in due time. In the meantime, the detectives brought up something two of the boys in particular were probably dreading.
Let's talk about the trunk. Trunk of that car.
There's another part that we haven't talked about.
Trump.
Mm-hmm.
It was a girl in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me to open the trunk and he shot her.
There was a girl in the trunk.
Where did
He told
the niggas to shoot her.
He said he told me to open the trunk, and then he shot her. Cause there was a girl in the trunk that they already locked up in the trunk. But then he told him to open the trunk. As soon as he opened it,
who the fuck was locked up in the trunk?
There's gotta be the friend that the other
girl that was missing.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Camille.
But how did she end up in the trunk?
They probably did something to her and put her in the trunk.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
How did she get in the trunk?
Maybe her friends are like hiding her, cause she is a missing person, and she can't just be in a normal car. So they was probably hiding her in the trunk or something like.
But it wouldn't make sense.
That wouldn't make sense.
No, cause like I'm saying, like as far as like the girl and the boyfriend, like. Cause the girl that's missing, she would chill at the girl's house because she's hiding from her parents. So they probably hiding her in the trunk, so like police or some shit wouldn't see inside the car.
Yeah, but the question is, how do they know she was in the trunk?
Maybe they probably
told her
screamed or some shit.
Yeah, she probably did scream, and then
they're like, oh shit, somebody
in the trunk.
Or maybe they did told them, oh yeah, my friend.
Well, let's see.
We gonna find out. I don't fucking know.
Where did he tell you to open the trunk from?
He told me to open the trunk from the inside, like the inside.
Okay. And whenever you pulled that open, tell me about what you saw in there.
I was some luggage and he said move and he shot.
Okay. You saw was luggage?
Luggage and like it was like a girl.
And what part of her body could you see? Could you see her feet, or hair, her hand? Describe it.
I seen hair.
I did not even know it was another person in the trunk at all.
Okay. She was driving around and she just stand there.
Yeah, I mean, we rode around like that before though.
Just because there ain't no room for all the
Just because there ain't no room for all the people.
When you go to open up that seat,
okay.
What were you thinking in your head?
They usually ride around like that because there's not enough room for all the people.
What am I gonna do? I don't know. But I was confused. I was like, I was thinking like it was person.
So this is not his first time riding.
Describe to me what you heard whenever you opened that seat up. What noises?
All I heard was somebody telling me to watch out, and now I heard it was a gunshot. 2 gunshots.
Tragically, the third victim was determined to be none other than Camille.
Fuck.
Her body was discovered 2 days after Layla was found on April 1st. Like Chris said, she'd been shot twice. The location of her wounds indicated that her death had been no accident. It was highly unlikely that Camille had been shot once in the back and once in the head by chance. As soon as she was identified, law enforcement made contact with her aunt Amy for a difficult conversation.
So you're talking to Robert here. We're investigating the incident that happened Friday involving Layla and the other individual that was found deceased.
You know, it took us a little while because we couldn't positively identify her, so it took us a little while. But, you know, now we're certain that it's Camille that is now deceased.
Probably to detectives' surprise, Amy remained stoic. As it turned out, she already knew Camille was deceased.
The grandpa of Layla actually came to my house when I found your card, telling me that Camille was deceased and how are you doing is what he told me. They're talking about Camille the hospital that Camille was deceased already. I had a mother call me at midnight last night that, my phone has not stopped.
While Amy tried to come to terms with the loss of her niece, the detectives at the police station asked Chris more about the specifics of Camille's murder.
What happened after he shot her?
And he closed it, and we left.
How many times did he shoot her?
Yeah, I think once or twice.
What is it? Twice? Okay. Do you know what part of her body he shot her?
No, when I opened it, he go everything, so I looked away.
As if this wasn't horrific enough, Taj put forth an even more disturbing version of events. Predictably, he insisted he was not the shooter. The culprit he named was spine-chilling.
Who holds the seat down? 3-5, because he was on the side, so he hops out of the car, right? He get out of the car, split the seat down, boom, hit her once. So he's not hurting
Where did he shoot her?
Oh, I don't know, I wouldn't sit down, boom, hit her once. So he's not hurting
Where did he shoot her?
Oh, I don't know, I couldn't see exactly where he shot her at all. And then she's not dead yet, so Rob sees that and he shoots her to make sure she's dead. So Layla got one headshot and then we come back to she was dead.
For once, Rob agreed with
Hold on. So he said the 12-year-old like opened it, whatever, and shot her the first time, and then Rob noticed that she wasn't dead and shot her. And not knowing from what the 12-year-old was saying, he said the first time he said when they asked him like how many times was she shot, he said once, and then it was like
what's it twice at first?
Twice. No. He said once. Or twice.
Yeah, he was like,
so and they were like, which one is it? And they were like, twice. Yeah. So basically, if I'm understanding,
this thing is not innocent, bro.
Bobby died one time that he shot. The other shot was Rob.
Yeah.
From understanding what Taj is saying.
Damn, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, they ain't innocent from the
I ain't gonna lie though, the way it's tying up though, because Taj is leaving out points that Rob pointed out. Taj, because it sounds like they had two weapons.
Yeah, there is.
There was a Smith Wesson and then there was an all black one. He said.
Yeah.
So and there was two gloves.
Yeah.
One of the weapons we know was found at 3-5's house. That other weapon, we don't know what happened between that weapon. Rob said he sold it, but it wasn't sold. Something is having me think that, like, bro, they were sharing a weapon. One of them was sharing it. Because when everything popped off the moment Taj got into the whip. Furthermore, how the fuck does he just get into the car?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
he said he walked up to the glass, tapped it, they let him in. He had a ski mask on.
Yeah, there's no way they just let a nigga with a ski mask.
And then after he got in that bitch, shit popped off. So it's like, what? So were they waiting for that nigga for them all three to be together to do something? Because from what it sounds like, 3-5, it's not his first time riding with Layla and them. Like, it's not his first. This ain't his first rodeo.
Yeah, but that's the Taj dude.
No, that's 3-5. Chris. It sounded like the way Chris was talking, like. Cause he was telling like it ain't the first time we've done that. Like we've said somebody said.
Yeah, but that was the Taj dude.
No, that was Chris that said that.
Like when somebody sitting in the back.
Yeah. Chris was like, yeah, we've done that before though. Like it's normal that niggas sitting in the back or in the trunk because we don't have enough room for everybody.
You sure it was Chris?
Was
that
it
was
Chris
Taj. That was the Taj dude. He was the one that was talking more calm. He was like, yeah, we done that before though. The Chris nigga.
Oh, okay.
Like, that was the Taj.
But at the end of the day, shit popped off when that nigga got in the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Either he was instigating the shit, or he actually shot a few rounds too. Cause
and he was the only one that had a mask on.
Like you gonna sit here and tell me Rob or Sosa don't know like that these niggas be strapped? Like you don't like
yeah, that's all right.
How the fuck do they even like? I want to know how the fuck they were just in the ride together? Like that's what I want to know.
Yeah, I just want to understand how people have the mind to just kill people, bro. Like
I felt like it was like, hey, let me pick up my friend or some shit, and then like they ended up parking somewhere, and like the door was probably unlocked, and then they probably
it probably wasn't Taj that got into the way. It was probably Rob.
Nah, I think Rob and
Chris
already in the whip.
That's what they said, but what it sounded like, if Taj is telling the truth, then it sounds like Rob was the one that was picked up. I don't fucking know, bro.
They just putting them.
At the end of the day, it's starting to tie up, and what I'm seeing develop, all three of them were involved.
Yeah.
Because nigga, why would the fuck they burn? You got sets of burnt clothes.
Yeah.
And Chris is saying they told me to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like all three of them All three of them, they did something.
Wrong.
So it doesn't make sense for just only two niggas.
But the thing is, there's only two niggas with gloves.
And there's two guns too.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. But only two of them was wearing gloves. And if you wearing
all their
gloves,
clothes got burned.
Yeah, because they got blood splat on them.
Yeah,
So
they
have
all
to
trying to
burn
cover up their traces.
Like if you wearing gloves, you most likely was trying to kill somebody.
Yeah, you
So it's
most likely holding the gun.
Like the 12-year-old was the only one that didn't have gloves. So I don't know.
No, he could have been one of the niggas with the gloves. Cause it only makes sense because he had the gun. But he's saying that Taj told him to hold it for him. So it could have been Taj with the gun at first. And
because Taj said he had gloves on and Rob had a glove on.
Ooh, so then that means that gun, but one of them bitches belonged to Taj. Because remember, Chris told the niggas that Taj is the one that gave him the gun and said, put this up.
Yeah.
So then that means dumb niggas both had the gun.
Yeah.
And along the line, they gave it to that little nigga. Bro, what?
Wait, so that's one gun missing?
No, it was two guns. There's no third, well, at least so far, there's no third weapon being, it's just two gloves, two guns.
Yeah, let's see what that.
Got one hit shot and then the Camille got two because she wasn't dead yet.
For once, Rob agreed with Taj, at least partially. Before his mom left the police station, he told this to the police.
It was 3-5 did that. 3-5 dropped the seat and shot the girl and he shot her in the head. And then Taj was like, shoot to the back, shoot to the back. 3-5 dropped the back seat and he shot the girl. She was still alive. He's like, finish her. So he shot her again.
3-5, police knew, was Chris's street name. Still, something wasn't quite right.
So
After getting this far, the police were not willing to accept anything short of the full truth.
Now, Reaper, Rob, there's a lot of similarities that are overlapping here, but there's definitely a discrepancy that Rob told us about what happened to the person in the trunk.
They tried to make him the shooter, right? That's what y'all need to know. I mean, be honest. I'll be honest here. Just be honest. Is he the shooter? That's what they're saying. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is just say that. I mean, stop going around it.
I can tell you that he is not. You, Chris, are not being blamed for those people in the front seat.
In the back seat is with the trunk. It's the one that
we have some issues with the trunk.
I'm scared for real about it. It's be honest, baby. It's okay.
Because you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better once you talk about what
he said. Say it. Just say it. He said, everybody, you do it, you gonna kill everybody I know.
I fucking figured this.
He said you gonna kill everybody I know. Yeah.
Who said that?
Who made you do it?
Taj?
Rob. Damn, nigga. That nigga is the master planner.
He said he gonna kill everybody. I don't know that. I don't know who that is.
Now, did you?
His mom was X-Man. Yeah.
You don't even know.
He said he gonna kill everybody, you know. But who is that X-Man? I don't know who that is.
Now, did you?
His mom was.
Yet again, Rob said something different. Before his mom left the station, he had shared this information.
Taj made him kill the person or he was gonna kill him. He told me, like, if you don't kill this girl, I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
Well, that's one here. He said he was going to kill everybody you know, and you did fire a gun. Tell me about what you did.
I think I shot the girl. I don't know where it was, but and then he came up and shot her too.
Okay. Look, he has no reason to lie about this.
You shot her. What gun did you use when you shot her?
I used to give me the Scott.
If Chris used Taj's firearm, that would explain why they only found 2 weapons during the search warrant.
Yep.
This brought up another question, though, which the detectives had addressed with Rob and his mom.
So that's my concern here, is that you said that Taj was pretty much orchestrated this and was concerned that 3-5 would snitch on him. So he made him
3-5 do that,
but you're saying that he was completely fine with you not taking part of that?
Yes, with me, he just told me, if you snitch, I'm gonna kill you.
With his mom there, Rob insisted that he was innocent. Now that she was gone, though, the police hoped he might be more forthcoming.
I honestly don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. I know Taj, I've dealt with him, and I've dealt with you. And there's a reason I wanted to talk to you. Because I don't think you're that dude. I don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. Taj, I don't know anything about 3-5. I've never met him. But I'm telling you that when the evidence says that you were there and that you shot someone, there is no explaining that.
Evidence is gonna tell you that I'm there, but all I can tell you is that I didn't shoot nobody. Did you shoot Lil? No.
Because I got information that somebody that's in their car had a thing for Layla, and he couldn't do it. So somebody else did it.
No.
Okay, that's not true. And your brother's talking. Is there any reason why he would be telling people that you shot one of those people if you didn't do it?
Police likely used this as a tactic to get Rob to talk and hopefully reveal the truth. Perhaps this was how Amy knew Camille was deceased before the detectives contacted
They
her.
easy see who's lying about
Chris's
the show.
interrogation room, his mother struggled to come to terms with what he'd done.
You shot somebody that's dead, boy. This is a homicide. This is 3 people. Man, this is that's serious. You will kill our family. What I was to do.
That's what I understand.
Yeah, so that's what we're trying to say in front of you.
Chris, take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Now listen to me. When you say that someone threatens your family and threatens you, I need to put it in the report. Take a deep breath.
Please tell me what am I supposed to do?
Chris's mom didn't have an answer to that. She asked one of the detectives if she could step out for a moment to compose herself.
You know, I live, and he knows my whole family, he gonna kill my whole family.
Are you talking about Reaper? Or are you talking about Stavo?
Reaper. You gonna kill my
Let's talk about X-Men real quick. I feel like you know who X is, and I think you're scared of him.
You already said
Like yourself.
You gonna say you're gonna kill my family.
Both say you're gonna kill his family. Oh,
Did they ever point a gun at you or anything like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who pointed the gun at you?
Yeah, X-Man.
Damn.
Yeah, he's like, don't tell nobody, don't tell nobody. I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill your monster.
Rob also told the detectives that he and Chris were in serious danger at the time of the crime.
Let me tell you something about Taj. Taj tell you he finna do something, and you decide not to do it. Then I probably would have died with this.
So were you afraid of Taj that night? Because
if I did not do what Taj wanted me to do, I would have died that night with them.
Taj is that bad a dude.
See what I'm saying, bro?
Taj, on the other hand, claimed Rob always planned to let him take the blame.
If anything, if one of us go down to anything, Todd, it was you. You did it. Everything. You did it. Legit. You shot everybody in the car. It was not me. If he got caught up, then I was then he was gonna go find my mom. The whole night I did not have a gun.
Rob continued with his story, claiming that he only participated out of fear.
Did Taj tell you to put a gun to somebody?
That Taj told me he told me he gonna kill Sosa. He wanted me to shoot Layla, and then he wanted 3-5 shoot the girl in the back. I told him I didn't want to do it. Told me if I didn't do it, he was gonna kill me.
You hold a gun to Layla's head?
Yeah, but I tried to shoot it, but it clicked. I tried to shoot, but it clicked. Like, I didn't have it cocked back. I tried to shoot it, and it clicked twice, so this car would just get it itself. That's why. I think I said that myself.
That's why you know the gang
He actually pointed the gun. He told you to shoot Layla.
We was already in the car. Like, he put it in his notes, showed me, and then deleted the note.
When was that in the night? How early? How much?
That was like right before it happened.
Did you shoot that girl in the trunk?
In the trunk?
Yeah.
Taking forever to answer.
Like I said, I wasn't there.
3-5 shot that girl in the trunk.
Still, the police suspected something was being left out.
Was she still moving after you shot her?
He said she was still breathing or something.
Who said that? X-Man or Rob?
Did you shoot the girl once or did you shoot her twice? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point.
I shot her once and he shot her again.
Chris was talking about Rob. Thankfully, the police were finally getting somewhere with him, too.
You shot her once.
How many times you shoot her?
Once.
You shot her once?
Now you admit
Where'd you shoot her? Yeah, you did. There ain't no question. There ain't no question where she was shot. You talking about one end to the other. Where'd you shoot her?
Just shot, bro. I seen her and I shot. Like, why? Because she was still alive. She was gonna snitch on us all. We was all gonna go to jail for life. I didn't want to do none of it. If I didn't kill that girl, Scavo was going to kill me. I swear to God. I'm looking at her in her eyes. She's dead.
Finally, the truth came out.
This is fucking
Ballistics reports comparing shell cases found at the scene to the firearms found in Chris's house indicated a match.
So that means, what's the other guy's name? The little guy?
35.
Yeah, so that means if he get charged, you'll get charged for like
attempted murder.
Attempted murder. So not actually murdering somebody.
But it could still be first degree.
Yeah. But
it could still be first degree.
The other dude, the Rob dude, he actually killed her.
Yeah, he did the final blow, but what you call it could still get
time for it.
A 12-year-old could still get first degree, but
no, because isn't first degree like when you plan it out? First degree is like when you plan it out.
Yeah, but that's how it's looking, is that they all planned it out because they were all, at the end of the day, they were all fucking planning to like fucking
hurt somebody.
No, to steal cars and to steal, shit. Yeah. And at the end of the day, he's more likely knowing that, okay, at the end of the day, those niggas were planning, if they didn't give up their weed, they were gonna kill him. Because why else would he be there? You know what I'm saying? So he also contributed to the murder. So it's like, you kind of
Now, Rob for sure getting first degree.
Yeah, for sure. I don't understand why Chris would get first degree, but I think it's because he's like also helping them plan it. Because they were all planning to go steal rides and shit, and somebody wound up getting killed along. So it's like,
but I feel like the plan was not to go kill somebody. It's just the whole.
In his head.
But like, I want to go in the 12-year-old head.
In his head. But nigga, that's not how the cops gonna look at it. Like, because at the end of the day, they were all three there.
No, I understand. No, I'm saying like the 12-year-old is like the idea that they probably had was, oh, we just gonna steal some weed, steal some car, and then be gone. He didn't know it's all gonna lead to we're gonna end up having to take somebody's life while we at it. You know what I'm saying? Like shit just escalated.
I mean, shit, the way it's going, like Chris, either Rob or Taj was the ones that said, yo, nigga, we're gonna steal weed. If they ain't going, we're gonna kill them. Yeah. And the likelihood of Chris knowing that is it's higher.
I mean,
it's higher because it's like, he was there with them when they did the shit. And he knows
whether or not there was a third shooter remained to be seen.
I did not want it to happen. I never wanted that to happen. Like, I never wanted to kill anybody. I never wanted to shoot anybody. I never wanted any of that. I just wanted to get a little bit of money.
The detectives made one last effort with Taj.
I already ended up there because of you guys' craziness.
No, it's not my craziness. It's not my craziness.
So when you go in to rob them, and it was like, either you had to do what you had to do, or a finger slipped and it scared everybody in the car, and then it's too late at that point.
Yeah, I feel you, but
that makes no sense. Then the story that they're telling, that you planned to kill these people. That from the beginning of the night.
I didn't shoot no gun.
We talked to Rob and we talked to Chris for hours. For whatever reason, one of them was more afraid of bringing you into the middle of this than they were Rob. So for that story that Rob's this guy that's threatening everybody, or his people threatening people, or your people, I just don't see that.
But Taj remained stalwart, insisting that he had never used a firearm that night. The detectives hoped that unpacking one final secret could be the key to determining the truth about his involvement. They turned back to Rob to accomplish this. Like Chris and his mom, Rob was also given a jacket to keep warm in the cold police station. But he used it in a less typical way. Even as he tried to get comfortable in the interrogation room, one of the detectives returned to unpack a final secret to try to pull the case together.
For KTM, what exactly... What is it that you guys do? What is it? Like a game? No. It's the first time we did something for it. So how many people consider themselves a part of KTM?
Oh, so it's not a game.
She was,
that is
Rob's list went on, but he only had nicknames for most of the KTM members. Not their real names. Notably, Michael, Layla, and Camille were not included.
So I was the leader of it.
Chris was somehow even less willing to give up the details of KTM.
What's the good deal with the KTM thing?
Some KTM.
Huh? So, I know Reaper has the tattoo. What does it mean?
Killing something. It's killing.
It's gotta be killed.
Kill the mother.
Kill time murder or some shit.
Cutthroat? Cutthroat mentality, does that sound right? What exactly is that? Like just a made-up gang name, or?
One of Michael's close friends eventually came forward, provided the police would keep his identity anonymous, and confirmed that KTM was indeed a gang. His description of their activities was chilling.
Their mentality is a mentality that they'll do anything to you and not give a fuck.
Just to get the money?
Yes, just to get the money. Just to get what they want, basically.
With that, the detectives had all the information they needed to move forward with the case. It had taken 8 hours each to get the truth from Rob and Chris.
That's great.
The detectives stepped out, leaving Ashley and Chris alone for a few moments.
Listen, it's not over.
Yes, it is.
It's not over. It's not over. You just gotta pray and hope that that you shot her with wasn't murder.
Ashley also had some devastating news to deliver that was sure to upset him further.
You're gonna go to jail. So we're gonna leave it. So that's how I work. So I'm gonna go. We trying to get out something. I'm trying to get out of this. When I'm not here, we're trying to get you home.
Ashley had a warrant out for her arrest, and in order to be with her son while he was interrogated, turned herself in to police. She was charged with possession of cocaine and methamphetamine and taking the county jail. Chris
Nah, nigga, nah, bro. What the fuck?
Let me hear this again one more time.
It's not over. You just gotta pray and hope that that you shot her with wasn't murder.
Ashley also had some devastating news to deliver that was sure to upset him further.
You're gonna go to jail. So we're gonna leave it. So that's how I work. So I'm gonna go. We trying to get out something. I'm trying to get out of this. When I'm not here, we're trying to get you home.
Ashley had a warrant out for her arrest, and in order to be with her son while he was interrogated, turned herself in to police. She was charged with possession of cocaine and methamphetamine and taken to county jail.
That's love,
Chris,
bro.
Rob, and
So
Tosh were
it's
all
like,
taken to juvenile detention. And on May 15th, 2023, a grand jury indicted all three boys. Preparations began to take the case to trial, where they will be tried as adults. Taj and Rob are both facing 3 counts of murder in the first degree because, tragically, Layla did not survive her injuries. She passed away just days after Camille's body was discovered. Taj also has been charged with robbery with a firearm, tampering with evidence, tampering with an electronic monitoring device, carjacking while armed, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and grand theft auto.
God damn.
Rob had a similarly long list of charges in addition to 3 counts of murder, including armed burglary, grand theft of a firearm, petty theft, robbery with a firearm, and tampering with evidence. Chris, meanwhile, was only charged with 1 count of murder for Camille, whom he admitted to shooting while she was in the trunk. The other charges against him were dropped, including grand theft of a firearm and burglary. However, he's now facing an additional charge of battery after getting into a fight while incarcerated. Currently, all 3 boys have entered pleas of not guilty, but the trial is ongoing. What the court finds and how justice will be served for Layla, Michael, and Camille remains to be seen.
That's crazy. So this nigga got in a fight while in jail?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where usually always happen once they get in there. It's
I mean, so nigga, that nigga's gonna still serve what, life sentence?
Is that what they gave him? Was it life?
I mean, usually when it's murder, nigga, it's life for life.
Yeah.
But it's like,
damn, man.
Which is like what, 25 to 50 years?
Like, I want to know deeper. Like, how do these? Like, what is the relationship, bro? With those two, the boyfriend and the girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, how the fuck do y'all know these niggas?
Yeah.
Like, why was your boyfriend, like, your boyfriend 9 times out of 10 had to be dealing with these niggas? Because it's like, why would they be trying to get a pound of weed off you? Like, he probably was like a plug or something. They were probably a plug or some shit. And nigga, like he said, like they were planning that shit. And then my thing is, like, it don't seem like this was Chris's first time riding with the niggas either. Like,
I mean, he part of the gang, bro. It's KTM, bro.
And then the fucking mom was on drugs and shit. Bro, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Look, when you see shit like that, this is not all cases, but bro, a lot of the times, bro, the mom has the parents, not just the mom. The parents have something to do with how the kids, like, bro, at 12, like, nigga, this nigga should not be doing this shit, bro. He should be on his fucking iPad, bro. Like, nigga, like, this goes to show, like, bro, usually cocaine addicts, bro, like, they're not, like, they're mentally when it comes to parenting, bro. They're probably not even at the house, bro, majority of the time. Yeah. So it's like, nigga, bro, you see this shit, and it's like, nigga, yeah, the parents be acting like they really give a fuck, but it's like, nigga, they doing shit that's really, like, hurting the child, too, at the end of the day, bro. Like, in a lot of cases, that is the case, bro. Not every case, but a lot of the cases, bro, like, the mom be saying that, oh, yeah, I be telling you this, I be telling you that, but words are cheap, bro. Like, nigga, you gotta actually enforce these rules. Like, nigga, all right, guess what? Look, if you do not come back to this house at such and such time, I am beating your ass. Like, bro, just let that shit, like, bro, like, you have to do something. Like, you don't have to whoop them, but do something, bro. Like, not just talk, bro. Like, actually make sure that you get like I know it's probably hard to say this because, you know, a lot of people can't afford these type of things, but you know, make sure like the school literally sends like a security guard or something. Like, cause you could talk shit out like that with the school. Yeah. Like, just have, because at the end of the day, if they're on school grounds, the school is they're responsible to take care of your child in those school hours, bro. So while in the school hours, bro, make sure you have like an escort or some shit. It's crazy, man. Take your child to the bus, bro, and drop him off at your fucking house. Like, it's shit like that, bro. Like,
joining a gang at 12-year-old, bro. That's crazy.
Like, that just goes to show the parenting was lost somewhere. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. At some point, the parenting was lost. Yeah. Your mom is doing shit like this. It's like, bro.
But and when you caught up on cocaine, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, cocaine itself is a whole different drug.
Like, just drugs in general, like, bro. It's like
heroin, bro. Yeah, it's like you fiending for you didn't worry about your kids, nigga. You fiending some.
It's like, bro. It's like, bro. You at some point the parenting is lost, bro. Like you can't really put all of it on the kid, especially somebody that's 12, because he's still growing, and he's only growing by how you're molding him. Yeah. You're molding him into this shit. Why else would he be outside doing all this dumb shit? Because he feel like he's never really been properly taught that this shit is not good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, niggas be off. I told you not to do that. But bro. What the fuck you mean? Like, you expect your child to just take whatever you're saying and just take you serious, nigga? Like, nigga, show him why it's bad, bro. Don't just fucking tell him, you know, it's bad. But nigga, show that nigga, like, all right, you do this one thing. Get your little ass over here. Get your motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just do something, bro.
Hey man, R.I.P. to all the
R.I.P. to all the victims.
Look, man, this is a very heavy video on the internet right now, bro. And if any young guys, girls are watching this, man, please stay out of trouble, man. Like,
but all that gangster, bro, there
is nothing for you in that, bro.
Yeah, bro. That shit's not like, this is how you would end up right there. It's like,
a lot of niggas don't even care about prison. It's just like, bro.
Nah, but they don't kill until they get in that motherfucker.
Yeah, they don't kill until they get in there. But the thing is, yeah,
you don't want to be in that bitch, bro.
You don't want to. Just like, you want a future for yourself.
Get money the right way, even if it's hard to get. But money's hard to get, bro. But figure something out, bro.
I respect all kinds of hustles, but bro, do that shit like
do that shit the right way,
bro. The right way, man. If you want to sell weed, man, come to Vegas, man.
Yeah, come to Vegas. Come sell your weed.
Sell weed
for the do it the right way.
Get your license to do that.
Yeah,
and fucking do that. Like, it's legal in some states. Like, you got
start a business. Do something.
Do it the right way.
Government will give you money for that shit. Go, like, bro, you ain't got to fuck, man.
Right, man. Well, that's it for this video, man. Let us know y'all in the comment section, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're new. God loves you. God bless you. And and if there's any other stories or anything y'all want us to check out, if y'all really enjoy this one, let us know down below too in the comments. Peace.